Good evening, Flosstube. It is Mandy coming to you with another update. Today is Friday, September 11th, and it is just after 8 p.m. here. I've just been hanging out stitching. The light was so bright with the sun coming in my living room because my apartment faces west, and it gets so bright in here. So I figured I'd wait a little while to film, let the sun go down a little bit. It is definitely starting to get darker earlier, so fall is not too far away. So yeah, so exciting that this is my 20th Flosstube video. So kind of a cool little milestone. I appreciate everyone who has come back and watched and who has subscribed. If you're new, welcome, and I appreciate all of the comments and the love that everyone shares. So I've got a few whips to show you, and I've got a little bit of haul and some really nice surprising stitching mail. Wasn't expecting. So we'll go ahead and jump right into it. One of the first whips that I worked on is Shooting Star by Carolyn Manning Designs. I will put a picture in here. I am absolutely adoring these colors. They are so pretty. I started working in some new colors that I hadn't used previously, and so it's exciting to see some other colors show up. This is stitched on a piece of 16 count white Aida, and it is 2 threads over 1 full cross. And so here we go. And look at those colors. So the last time, or what I worked on this last time was getting into this green. So this is actually starting to cross over into page 2. I don't remember where the cutoff is, but I'm working on it through a PDF reader, so Goodreads or whatever, that sorry, I keep saying that I was looking ahead, because why stitch just a couple of stitches for a color when, you know, you've got these nice little blocks of color. So I was able to go ahead and cross over into the next page a good little bit, so I can keep on going with those colors. And then I know I added in a couple more of these diamonds over here that was just one color that I was able to kind of jump down. So I'm loving those colors. This is going to look so pretty. It's not going to be all that huge. This is on an 11 by 11 Q-snap, and I've got the material folded up once here and then over here a little bit too. So yeah, this is going to be a fun one. And then my next one that I worked on, these are in no particular order. The eagles that I'll be getting to here in a few is most definitely something that I have worked on, you know, a near daily basis. There was one day this week that I didn't stitch, but otherwise that was the first day that I haven't stitched in over a month probably. I know I stitched every single day in August, so. But this is from the magazine monthly challenge group, and I started this a couple weeks ago. Well, I think I actually started this on September 1st. I showed up, and yeah, so it is, the artwork is by Kathleen Berlew, and it is called Falling Leaves. And this was published in the fall 2015, I believe. Yep, fall 2015 issue of Cross Stitch in Needlework magazine. And I think last time I had all of the black done, and so then this week I added in the 4 color blobs. And this yellow right here, I substituted in a color and cotton buttercup. The pattern calls for DMC 3820, and I went through I think I mentioned this last week, I went through the color and cottons and figured out what I could substitute it, and this looks like a near exact match. So there's really not a whole, I'm sorry, there's a helicopter going over. That's rare, so hopefully that makes its way through quickly. But there's really not a whole lot of variegation to it. I still stitched 1X at a time, just trying to get some color variation. It may look a little bit compared to a DMC version, but not really a whole lot of difference, but it's very pretty. Nice cotton to work with. So again, this is Falling Leaves, and it is stitched on a piece of 16 count Picture This Plus in Fresco. And for my eagles. So last week, and I'm going to try to remember to put a little picture in somewhere as far as where I was last week when you saw it. I stitched like crazy. So after doing the video, so I guess I filmed last Saturday, right, I believe. And so between Friday and, it was 2 weeks to the day. I got a page finished 2 weeks to the day, so it was Saturday. Between 2 days, I got 1,600 stitches stitched, and so I got a page finished. So you will see the entire piece. I will put that up here. Again, it's still on the Q-snap, and it's just, you'll be seeing it off the Q-snap at some point soon. So this is page, what are we on? Page 43 is finished, and I started page 44. So it is still on the Q-snap. I took this page off, or Q-snap thing off, so that you can see that whole page. So again, last time I still had quite a bit left on this. It was right around 1,600 stitches, maybe a little more than that, to get that finished in. And then you can tell from here where the new page started, and I got in here, that whole star is completely done. So I'll have a little bit of star here, and then it's still just going to be more blue and stars here until it's going to pick up another eagle. I'm not sure exactly where that page finish is at, but yeah. So when I finished this page and did the math from the fancy Excel spreadsheet that is saved in the Heaven and Earth, the official Heaven and Earth page, I have 27,000 stitches remaining of the entire piece. So very exciting. And I love these guys. So that's really all the whips that I have to show. I did work a little bit on the Positivity Rules cell. I'll show it to you next time. I just got a little more of the right side of the roof done. Because of being off the previous time from when I first stitched the word share and it set off the other side, it's now caused this side to be off a little bit, of course. So I'm fudging my way through. It will be just fine. So last week the part 4 came out, and I guess there's 5 parts to it, so the final piece will come out at the end of this month. So that's exciting. But again, not really enough worth showing at this point. It's still on the hoop, so it's covering half of what I stitched. So I did have a couple of my monthly things come in, so my fabric of the month and my floss of the month. These are actually for August. Both were a little bit behind, but that's okay. So there's no name on this one, but it is the Color and Cotton fabric of the month, and it's stunning. You can tell there's a little bit of light, like kind of a yellowish modeling through it. It's gorgeous. So this is a piece of 16 count. It's a 13 by 17 piece. So decent size. Have no clue what I'm going to stitch on it yet, but it's beautiful. So you can see some of that yellow modeling. I know my lighting. Maybe one of these years I'll get that figured out now. But it's very pretty. So not sure yet what I'll stitch on it, but I'm sure I'll figure something out. So then my threads of the month from they're still Color and Cotton, but I get these from Threads Entwined. And so we got chamois, and so this is just a really pretty neutral, almost an off-white, but a little bit of a cream to it. And champagne, so another neutral. Looks like it's got a little teeny touch of brown through it, but very pretty. Put these over here out of the way. And we have chartreuse, so very pretty green. And Cherry's Jubilee. This one's really pretty. Very pretty pinks, I guess. And then Cherry Cordial. That one's really pretty. You can tell there's a couple different shades of purple through there. So, very pretty on those. So. And very swift shipment on both of those items, with them being or going out as late as they did in terms of, you know, because I think usually they both seem to ship around the 27th of each month. For getting shipped out later than normal, they still got to me really quickly. So then I placed an order with Michaels. Just I wanted some more of the little, what are these? I think it's a 6-inch or a 7-inch hoop. 6-inch. So I keep moving these back and forth from one project to another, and I really like this style for those smalls. So I got a couple more of these, and then this is an 8-inch. So leave it to YouTube to make that my screen to grab, right? So I got a couple more of those. I know a couple different sizes of those. They had them on clearance, so it's possible. I know I didn't pay a whole lot of money for them, but even they have not had the size that I like using in the store, and so I decided to place an order on online just to see if I can get a couple in to be able to use. So then just the last thing to show you is the surprise stitch email. So I wasn't expecting this, got no notification on it. I even looked in my email and I didn't find anything about it. A couple of months ago, I had signed up for the Stitch Life magazine Patreon. So I think I only paid for, or was in there a month or two. There wasn't a whole lot going on at the moment. I know they're still new, very new magazine. Some cute stuff out there, but just I had canceled the Patreon, and I was in they have a VIP Facebook group, and I think it might have been in there that there was a form to fill out for their giveaway drawings that they have, and I guess I must have won. Not really sure when it happened. I didn't really see any kind of notification about it, but I checked my mail today, and because I was expecting the Michaels package, and so mailman knocked on the door, and there was something else sitting there, and I had no clue what it was, but it was a very nice surprise. So Stitch Life magazine, I got this really cool tote bag, so it's really nice, really nice and wide, so it'd be nice to be able to carry projects around if I ever actually get to go anywhere. So that's their logo. You can just barely read it, but very nice bag. And then inside was a whole bunch of other stuff. So I have a bunch of these from Amazon. So there was one of these, and this is a perfect size for like those smalls. And inside of that was a thread keeper, I guess. So I tend to bobbinate, but this is nice. This is about the same size as the Positivity Rolls from Cross Stitch Caterpillar Cross Stitch. So it's kind of like that, but it's plastic, so very nice. And I just dropped something. And so inside that, well, inside the bag still, was this little metal tin. And within that was the cutest little pair of travel scissors. I'll be able to, or they fold right up, you can tell. So, very cute. And then this awesome needle minder, because you know I have a thing for needle minders, right? And it says "Fight Like a Girl." So, and that's Stitch Life magazine. So I do greatly appreciate the prize pack. That was very surprising stitch email. So that's about it. Pretty quick update here. I plans just still stitching away on the eagles, of course, because I can't put them down. I would like to get back to the Positivity Roll Sal so that I can get that part done, seeing as how I still have part 4 to do, and so fiddle away the way through that roof since I got it off a little bit, but it'll be fine. Nobody would even notice. If they're looking that close, then they need to back up. So that's about it for me. Not a whole lot of personal stuff to give update on. I'm still working away at home. Work is very busy right now, so job security, I'm not complaining about that. And I'm able to work during the day, and most evenings I move from the table that I have set up in my living room to the couch. There's even a lot of days that I'll actually stitch on my lunch break. I usually turn on another floss tube for a little bit and stitch away. I get a nice hour lunch and I don't go anywhere or whatever, so I just get something to eat and move over to the couch and stitch for a little bit, move back to the desk, and there I go and keep working. So I hope everyone is doing well. Today has definitely, you know, somber day with the 19th anniversary, so my heart goes out to the families that have lost loved ones. I can't believe that it's been 19 years now. I did have the quite honor to visit New York City last year. I know I've mentioned it a couple times going to Times Square, but we did go through the 9/11 museum. I didn't take any pictures through there. Not really a place that I felt comfortable taking pictures. I actually heard that you couldn't even take them there, but I definitely saw lots of tourists taking pictures. So it was an honor to get to see. That's the best way I can describe it, because it was bone chilling just to see everything that, you know, knowing what everyone went through. Horrific day in our history. So but yeah, that's it. So I hope everyone has a great stitching weekend, and take care. We'll see you next time.